Hello, you guys. It's Bree. I just wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit about morning routines. This is something that can make a huge difference in the way your day goes, in the way your life starts feeling when you're doing this day after day. And I just want to show you how easy it can be and just give you some ideas for creating yours. I also would love to hear what you already do, because I'm sure a lot of you have rituals and practices in place that help to get your day off to a good start, and so I want to hear about those too. So let's see here. First I guess let's just talk. Let's see. The light's behind me now, so this is kind of funny. I think it's okay. Okay, so your morning routine, what is it even for? This is a sacred time for you. This is a time that you can devote just to what you want. A lot of times, especially for a lot of us moms, we feel like we need to stay up late at night, and that might not be limited to moms, but I know a lot of mom friends who feel like once they get kids in bed, then that's their time to actually get to have some time to themselves. And I want to just invite kind of a shift in thinking here to when we're getting enough sleep, then our whole day is going better and we can actually get up in the morning and have some energy. So if you can start to shift that and make a little bit of space in the mornings for yourself, you may find a really, instead of feeling like you're clawing at the space in the evening, just like taking what you can get. If you're doing it in the morning, you can actually feel more spacious around it. Like, I'm creating this space for myself. I'm holding this space for myself. And it has a different kind of energy. So I want to show you the space that I do my morning routine in. So I just have, I'm going to back up just a little bit here. I've got a blanket that I keep on the floor. I sit on this blanket and it's like my sacred little space here. So it's just a low shelf. It's got some stuff on it that we'll talk about, and it feels really inspiring to me. So maybe I'll turn around this way. Oh, you're getting to see the whole bedroom. Okay. Okay, so what even happens here? So this can be 5 minutes, this can be an hour. Sometimes I really do sit here for an hour or more when I'm really into it and I have the time. But even if it's just 5 minutes, I sit down here and I have kind of a, I have the things that I usually do. So usually I'll sit down and I'll pull a card. I'll pull a tarot card from this deck that I really love to use by my friend Shannon Loftus. It's called the Augenblick deck. And so I pull a card and I let that card kind of guide my mind in terms of a question, something I want to be thinking about. I've got some crystals here. I don't know a ton about crystals, but I know a little bit and I like to use them and I like to learn about them. So I've got the ones out here that are meaningful to me with a candle. I've usually got my essential oils, and I'll use oils specific to whatever emotions I'm having or whatever mood I'm in, and what kind of energy I want to create. So what I'd like for you to think about is designating a space, having a place where you can feel like your body can relax, your mind can relax, you can start getting into your heart. And that may be my space at my last house was literally in the closet. So it can be any tiny little nook. It could be one shelf. It could be, on the top of your dresser or your nightstand. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't even really have to be private, although it is nice if it's somewhere where you can get some privacy. So I just thought about the bathroom. I mean, it really could be anywhere. So having a door that closes is probably a really good idea. Having a pillow or a chair. And then like a small table or a shelf, something to set your special objects on. So whatever objects you find really sacred, that help you draw closer to yourself, that help you remember the good parts of yourself, maybe that help you connect with loved ones in your life, help you connect with the divine or the wisdom that you feel like you can draw strength from. Whatever objects help you connect to that, then use those. And those may change over time. So I actually keep a box of objects that I've used in the past, or sometimes as I'm like contemplating certain questions, I'll get out certain objects that help me to kind of, that symbolize, certain things, and that helps me go deeper. So some ideas, and some of them I've already said, but essential oils, candles. You may want to have music, something that will play music. You might use a guided meditation app, so you might have your phone nearby, a bell, tarot cards, or other kinds of inspirational cards, and crystals. So anything like that. Okay, so you're going to sit down for 5 minutes at the least. 1 minute even at the least. 1 minute of sitting with ourselves can be so powerful when we're doing that on a daily basis, when we're really giving ourselves that space. But 5 minutes is usually kind of my minimum. If I'm super pressed for time, I can usually find 5 minutes to sit down. And you can kind of create your own ritual, your own habits of how you like to spend time with yourself. So think of this as like a date. Like you would make a date with a friend who's in need, or a friend who you haven't seen in a while, a friend that you really need to connect with. And I often say, you are the one person that you get to spend your whole life with. So making that relationship really sacred and very important, and keeping those commitments is really powerful. It's how we build trust with ourselves, and we start to feel safe and cared for and listened to and respected, because we are doing those things for ourselves. So this is a way that you can do that. So you might sit down and you might read maybe you created affirmations for certain things that you're working on. Maybe you have a manifesto that you wrote out. And maybe I'll go deeper into some of those things in future videos, because those are two ways that I really love to just be able to create an intention as I'm spending this time with myself. You might meditate, so spending even 60 seconds in silence, breathing, and just connecting your mind and your body together. You can use guided meditation apps. There's some really fantastic ones, and feel free to post in the comments ones that you enjoy. Right now I'm using the Insight timer, and I love it, and it's free, and it's got a million, literally like thousands of guided meditations, and it's got music and yoga and all kinds of great stuff there. You can pull tarot cards and, meditate on what the message is for you that day. I do a lot of journaling in this space, so I'll maybe come up with a question from my meditation or from a card, and then I'll journal and I'll go in and really kind of explore. Even if, I might set a timer for just a 5-minute like free write. It's a great time for that. I also do things like tapping and using essential oils on certain emotions that come up during my meditations or during these explorations. Because when you sit with yourself, a lot of times we don't have time in quiet that we actually listen to ourselves. Sometimes for us, the first time that we do that is when we lay down at night. And so a lot of us can have really active minds and have a hard time going to sleep, because that's the first time we've been quiet with ourselves all day. So having a time where you can sit, even if it's just for a minute, you might start noticing things bubbling up to the surface real quickly. Your mind might be really busy and really loud because it's the first time you're getting to have that time with yourself. So be prepared, maybe with a journal, a place to write those things down, or ways to support yourself. So essential oils are a great way to do that. I'll talk more about those in future videos, like how to support specific emotions. Actually, if you are on Instagram, I love to share those things on my Instagram story, so you can check that out. It's at Brighter Focus. I like to share how to use oils for certain emotions and certain energies. But just journaling, just writing about them is so helpful. And then you might keep an inspiring book or passages in your special space that you can, even just read one page just to get that, the mindset and that focus for the day. And as you go out into your day, then after having even just 5 minutes of that kind of time with yourself, I'm excited to hear what kind of a difference that makes for you. So please post in the comments what you do, if you have some kind of morning routine that you love, or please post what you try and how this goes for you. I'd love to make this a topic that we're all talking about, because this really is like a central foundational piece for beginning to take better care of ourselves. And I just want you all to remember that you're so worthy of your love and care. So another way to start giving that to yourself. Thank you, Caleb. I see you there. Hope you all are doing great. Have a wonderful day. Bye.